Recap: Dr. Gerard is a meteorologist who is lying about the abnormalities of the weather, and so Aurelio and Abram and Nix decide to try and figure out some way to get the Wi-Fi password, which ends up in Nix failing at flirting and inevitably getting the Wi-Fi password from Avery.
All right. Good job.
Was that good?
That's pretty good. You guys are. It's like roughly around 5:30 in the morning, a little bit early, and you seem to be the only ones up. You've just overheard a conversation between the captain and Gerard, and now you're standing on the stairs up to the command center. You seem to be all by your lonesomes.
Nick says, we should probably head back to our rooms for a little while.
Until people are awake.
Being as vague as possible. Yes, until others are awake. There's no sense in waiting for Magnolia to wake up.
We're not waiting for anything. I'm getting information from these terminals. That's why you got the Wi-Fi password.
She gives Abram a wide-eyed no, don't say anything.
He narrows his eyes, not understanding.
I suggest we head back to the room and wait for a little bit longer until Magnolia wakes up. And she looks at Abram let's go.
Abram doesn't understand why, but he understands the look, and he reluctantly looks between the computers and Nyx, and then he sighs because Nyx has the Wi-Fi anyway, and she is the one who can hack, so it doesn't matter what he wants because he can't do anything without her. And he just he just starts walking towards the door. Yes, it is. One of my first actions in this campaign was to slap at a keyboard until it turned on.
Oh, okay. I remember that now.
All right. So they're gonna go back to their room, wherever that may be.
Okay, it's the one on the far north side of the barracks that you see Avery in. The farthest north. Big one. Top left-hand corner.
This one.
Yes. You guys want to move yourselves, or oh my God, there's a phantom out in the wild.
Yeah, see that? I was gonna
looking out the window, you see a silhouetted form standing in the snow. They fade away into the darkness as the snow blizzard consumes them.
Oh no,
Lord.
Okay, so you guys are just gonna cause a wait to happen, huh? You guys are just gonna do the Skyrim thing where
yet,
you.
I never said that.
I was gonna say once they're in the room, Abram just stares at Nyx expectantly.
Our room is the only one that we know is for sure is not bugged.
Fair enough, but couldn't you have done something while we were in the room?
I mean, I had to get the Wi-Fi password first.
And then you came down to the computer room. Could you not find a terminal to do that through yet?
I'm sorry, I was a little preoccupied.
Yeah, well, let me know when it's safe, when it's off the grid. He says, trying hacker lingo.
For all intents and purposes, this room is the only positively secure room in the entire base. So, if we need to discuss anything, it should be in here. And she takes out her tablet and she types in the Wi-Fi password.
Okay. You don't need to make any kind of check or anything, because that's what the point of getting the password is. You are now on the network. You have basic access to all the file managing software that they use here for just weather report for today, putting it in the outbound email section. You see a few access to somebody's it's like Slack chat, or all the people just chat together and stuff like that, and people making their requests, and you have the ability to participate in that.
Chat?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a work-based chat service. I'm pretty sure it's just for.
Is it picture-based too?
I think you can send pictures.
Damn it, Nyx, we're not here for dick pics. Get to work.
That's not what we're trying to do. She's going to go through the main server.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff. Is there something in particular you're looking for, or do you just want me to rattle off everything that's in there until you find the thing you're looking at?
Searching in particular ongoings of basic day-to-day commands
all right. You see
Billy.
You see reports you see reports on Avery and someone, Sergeant Victoria, who seem to be constantly being mentioned as the people who are driving the drill mechs, and they're the ones always constantly being sent out to go do exploration around the area and double check on like set up radio stations, autonomous antenna, and now recently they've been redirected to be focusing more around the mountain area and digging trenches into the mountain, pulling up rocks, seeing if they can poke around that area looking for something, but you don't quite see what. It's not mentioned. It doesn't seem to be a secret. It just seems like somebody didn't think that they needed to bother mentioning what it was that they were doing, and it just seems like digging. You see Luigi. He seems to be an operator, just hanging out in the command center almost all the time. You see a woman named Tracy, who's got some reports on different engineering things that she's completed. You see a test for something that's like the launch silo that was done about 2 days ago. All was green.
Interesting. She says she's gonna try and get further into like digging into the launch silo.
Okay. I guess you'd actually find a blueprint, but that's gonna take me a while to draw. So while I'm working on that, I'll let you in on some other stuff. It seems to be once again, Victoria and Luigi and whoever Tracy is seem to be the people who are in this hangar area that it's referred to as, and there's an attached missile silo that's actually a kilometer or so away. But there's an underground tunnel that leads from this outpost to that place. You see Silo 1 and you see Silo 2, and looking on the blueprint, Silo 1 seems to be much bigger than Silo 2.
Alright.
How do I do this? How do I begin this map making process? Alright, I guess we'll do this. Here we go. And, yeah. And they did a test.
Look at any information regarding like what it's being used for?
Okay. You look into some more tests, and it says missiles 1, 2, 3, and 4 all check out. And then
Missiles? Oh my goodness.
And then you see reference of an Iron Wing that has had an engine test recently, as well as its launch capsule tested to make sure that it's still up and running.
Wait a minute. I know an Iron Wing pilot.
Are you telling me there's an Iron Wing on this site somewhere?
Yes, along with 2 silos for missiles, which have recently been tested.
Is there like any inclination as to what the missiles are for? Like where they plan on launching these?
They're referred to as surface-to-air missiles.
They want to shoot the sky.
Or things in the sky, which I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. It could be for defense, but who knows what the IS have.
They seem to be short-range missiles.
That's good at least.
Yeah, Abram, you look at the service numbers and you're like, oh yeah, those are short range. They're not like inter-world. They can break orbit, but it's not very far. It doesn't go far. It's within the continent, I suppose.
Can I tell what they're usually used for?
That normally defense. They're big. They're heavy. They're a big explosive thing, normally meant for taking out a battleship, not like small fighters.
Okay.
It's not like a little plinking kind of thing. It's like, okay, there's a dreadnought, and this is what's for destroying that.
Are they expecting an attack?
I was just about to say, perhaps they're expecting company.
Let's see. I'm gonna dig more into the trenches in the mountain.
Oh my god.
All right.
Slap the tablet out.
No!
You see that Captain, not Captain, I'm sorry. You see that, actually, yes, you see Captain Youssef and Dr. Gerard, who seem to be almost exclusively in charge of that. And, oops, wow, that's not a straight line. You see a few measurements, a few readouts, mostly the temperature being kind of strange. Apparently it's been raising steadily over the past few days. It's been changing almost roughly 20 degrees on average. You see some markings that have been made about where the drill mechs has been digging. You see one place to the north, and then you see a comment saying, oh, the rock face is just too hard. Avery couldn't get through. He went through 3 drills before he could like get any kind of distance into the mountain, so he's moved on to another location. And since then, 4 other locations have been tried, and one on the east side seems to be a bit better off. They've gone 30 meters in.
Interesting. So she.
These are all around the base of the mountain, by the way. These are all, like, not very high up in terms of altitude. It doesn't look like they've been trying to climb. By the way, this is your tunnel over here, and this is the hangar over here.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you got Silo 2, which is supposedly right here as well.
What? Hold on. Why?
It's further down on the map.
It's quite
Okay,
far
I'm
down on the map.
We're like little specks.
You are quite...
Oh.
Yes.
I
This is a
saw a
large
square
area.
up here.
I'm sorry. It's on the southeast side is the silo number 2, and then silo number 1 was listed to being down a tunnel for whatever reason. Not too far. How far did I say? It's like between a quarter and a half a kilometer. It bends.
And these hold the missiles?
Seems to be. At least silo number 2 has missiles. Silo number 1 said it was for launching an Iron Wing.
Hmm.
So, this is kind of out of character.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but notice that this mountain that is hard to penetrate is generating heat, basically, and also entrancing people.
Volcano?
Or they're possibly, or it has something to do with the same stuff that the orb has going on. Because the orb got really hot. This thing is getting so hot, apparently, that it's changing the temperature of the area.
Yeah, maybe the missiles are to blow up the mountain.
Blow up the entire mountain.
Alright.
Enter.
So after we drop Magnolia off, we definitely want to come back to that mountain and investigate because I think that's what we're here for.
I think we'll have to do it quieter though, without the snowmobile, because apparently that's in their territory. So if they notice us, they won't let us get closer to it.
I mean, they have no reason to suspect us, right?
No, I don't think so.
Nix, is there anything else that you're looking for?
Do you guys have anything that you wanna?
Because I could read you off like reports and expense reports and shopping lists like all day, but like I feel like you'd be looking potentially through 7 years of documentation and not all of it's important. So if you have like a keyword or something,
Mountain.
I think we are. Is there anything else on the
Mountain. Mountain.
this seems to be a recent thing as you look through the mountain stuff. No issues with the mountain up until now.
So they disturbed it, and it got warmer.
You actually can't seem to find any record of what they possibly could have done, but that doesn't mean that they didn't do something. It just means that you don't have a record of anything.
Well, they started drilling. When did they start drilling?
Drill mechs have been listed in the inventory for the past 5 years, and different reports of sediments have been like recorded over the past 5 years as well. And it actually seems like this is for realsies. They just monitored the weather and they took their samples and things like that for several years, and then all of a sudden one day it was just different. And now they've doubled up their efforts because they're like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Was it 3 days ago that we started, quote unquote?
You guys started almost a week ago, a little longer, and you have to remember that days on certain planets vary, so they could be quicker or shorter. So a few days here might not be the same as a few days there, but it's been about a week since you guys started playing the game, especially since you guys just took another long rest. So I think it's been 7 days.
Good point. I'm trying to figure out if they only started because
Chicken and egg.
Gregor, I believe his name was, he heard the thing, or a thing, despite being on another planet. So I'm like, did they hear something and start drilling? I don't know.
Yeah, that could be possible.
Is there any record of a mysterious like force or like word or?
Nope, not on these lists.
Right.
These are all just focused around what the business of this location is. All right, Luigi will be green.
Of course.
I wonder why.
No reason. Silas will be orange.
Is there anything about the Red Star or other synonyms?
Is there any record of the Red Star in their general vicinity, or?
No, nothing about that. You see one account of like, oh, possible pirate attack, but it was just like a survey of like, oh, we saw an unidentified ship on the horizons of this region beyond the outer moon, the third moon, as you know that there are 3 moons to this planet. But it was never followed up on, and apparently it was no big deal.
And that was the day we arrived?
No, that was a year ago.
Alright, how about Lunaris?
Nothing on that besides a check-in from someone landing who is apparently from Lunaris.
That's us.
When was that?
That wasn't you guys. That wasn't you. Apparently, you guys retconned that you guys said that you were from Lunaris, and I'm okay with that.
I retconned because my passport, Nyx's passport says that she has like unlimited access.
What?
No, she's like, she can travel.
She can travel. Yeah, she's got an official transport. It says that she's from Sargasso.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
What
I
do
don't
you guys
mind you
know?
guys saying that you're from Lunaris. They wouldn't really care too much because it's not that big a deal, but I just wanted to know specifically what you guys said. But either way, it's not you guys on the list. This is from half a year ago. Someone was coming through and they did the same thing that you did. They radioed in and they said, oh, okay, go down the elevator, go and do your business with Ophir, and then be on your merry way. And apparently they did because they never heard from him again.
Oh.
So unless the yaks ate
can-
them.
Can I look up the flight number?
Sure. Yeah, okay.
All right. What's the flight number?
The flight number was the Celestial, and that was 14H.
14H.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And if you need like a reference point, I think my flight number that I read off was 5 numbers.
Yeah, that's up to you to remember. I didn't write that down, but I don't need that
Okay.
anyway right now.
All right.
Do you-
Celestial 14H.
Yes.
Can I access like the general web?
You can access the local web pretty easily.
I mean, like the internet.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. What constitutes for the internet in this setting is available to you. It's a little patchy
Alright.
right now because you're limited to what's accessible just in Ophir and on this outpost.
I'm gonna research the Celestial 14H.
Oh, okay. Roll. There's something for that. Roll investigation.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Yes. Well, I ate this. Oop. Okay. You try to look it up, and you look through a few things. You're having trouble connecting to the main net right now. It hasn't been updated for like a week. That's kind of how the internet works. Is like you can only travel as fast as light, and so what they do is they just like send updates through the gateways every now and then to a planet. So like YouTube will update once a day or once a week, and like lesser sites will update maybe once a month with new content, and that's kind of how they get going. And like maybe it just hasn't been updated. But you don't see any mention of the Celestial, and like maybe it's just not an important ship. Maybe it's just some guy's personal transport, and like why would he have a Wikipedia page dedicated to himself or something? Like it's not a warship. It doesn't, maybe, but you don't find anything, unfortunately.
Darn.
Good try though.
I was just hoping to see if it was just like a surveyor or something. I guess not. Oh well.
Lunaris is also notoriously isolationist, so they probably wouldn't be sharing too much of that information anyway.
All right.
Hold on. Hey, Aurelio, how you thinking? How you feeling?
I am. Oh, guys. I am confused as to what this information means.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, I'm just. At this point, Aurelio just wants in the mountain.
Who
That's
wants in
like
the
his
mountain?
only way of figuring out the solution is just, well, mountain. That's it. That's all he can think about.
Fair.
Well, we're not going anywhere until the storm ends.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be safe for us. She looks at Abram. Is there anything else you need me to look at, or?
I don't know. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Can you let me know if there is anything important in your notes that I could possibly find out here. That's kind of cheating, I know, but I just don't want to waste time.
I understand. With the network, I think you may have exhausted the network. Besides, like attempting to hack into somebody's personal like computer or something, I think you're done with the network.
Very well. Then next, unless you can hack into, I don't know, the captain's somethings, I suppose that's all we can do for now.
There's several PCs on the network. You see several in a lab, someone's private office, another person's private office, and then you see all the mobile phones that the various soldiers here have. Those are your options, and depending on which one you pick, there might be a different difficulty on trying to hack it. Do you want to try and hack, or do you want to just leave it be because you might get caught?
Well, I mean, unless the other two have any reason to like want to access any of them, depending on the level of security difficulty.
I'll warn you ahead of time before you try to say yes to doing something.
All right.
I'm willing to bet the captain's maybe the hardest, but I bet he has like the most like actual information.
All right.
I mean, you don't have to, trust me, but I'm just saying, like, the one that would be the most useful is obviously going to be the most hard, so that's up to you.
I am keeping track of time, and there's going to be the point where the other people wake up, so if you're going to try and do something that was before they got up, I just want to let you know that there's a limit on doing that.
Will we find anything different in the actual control room?
There's
Like, on
a
the
big
computers?
compound. There's a lot you haven't even seen yet. Maybe you could find something on there.
I mean, I can try and hack into one of the control room.
That's what I'm saying. If Nyx can just access the control, like, if she can basically be in the control room.
Okay, you guys are done in your room. If you want to do any more, you gotta move.
All right.
You
Okay.
you can't access this stuff from your home on the.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I mean, technically. But I figured we had to actually, like, be in the room for game's sake.
Let's go to the. Are we going to the control room or?
Sure, unless you wanted to try to hack the captain. Then I'm sure you can do that from here.
You can
Since
do all
it's-
this stuff from here, but there is some things that are kept on local hard drive that just wouldn't be on that.
Well,
You know what?
I
We'll go
guess
to
we
the
can go to the
control room and
control
she can like be in there on the tablet too. It's fine. Cameras can't prove anything. I was just trying to play solitaire.
have both open.
Okay. And you guys are all right. Really, I'm gonna snatch you. You walk into
Oh no.
the large room up some stairs, and you're in a room that has lots of buzzing lights and sounds. You don't see any surveillance of any kind. It's not like a prison, so the surveillance is pretty lax for the most part. I mean, it's not crazy.
Mic bugs, though.
You did see the mic bugs, but those were actually hidden. You haven't seen any open other security features. No one's in there. Some hard drives are on. You look down the way at the end of the hallway, and you see that there's a room on the other side, very large, very big, and it seems to be full of racks of something. But you can't quite tell what from where you guys are.
Drugs?
Where's this hallway?
Probably not. On the opposite side of the room.
One that you're building right now?
The one I'm building right now.
Okay.
I
That's why I couldn't see it.
I
It's
wait-
fine. I just
yeah.
wanted to make sure it was over. Can I look at it real quick?
You go right ahead. You walk to the end, and you walk into a large room.
Hi.
You see racks and rows of what appears to be military equipment. You see jumpsuits with black pauldrons and armor. You see backpacks with long wires and pipes. You see rifles stored on racks that fold out from the wall. There's not too much, but what you do see is some serious hardware.
Discomfort.
At the end of the hallway, you see a garage door partially opened, and you see what appears to be like vehicles on the other side.
What's the damage that a rifle does?
You don't know.
Aurelio.
I don't think Aurelia would have possess that
Aurelia.
information.
What if I picked
Aurelia.
one up? Would I somehow figure that out?
Yeah, I mean,
Aurelio.
yeah, you know what? You can pick it up and roll an investigation check, but without firing, I don't think you're going to get a perfect.
Okay, I pick one up and I gotta look at it.
All right, you pick up one, and one is a heavy duty, just like militaristic ballistic rifle.
I got a 12.
It does at least 1d8.
At least.
Yeah, at least 1d8.
How concealable is?
Not at all whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an open carry kind of thing.
Okay.
Abram, right behind you, you look into that canted corner, and you see actually a door that says captain's quarters.
Well, that's convenient. Wait, this?
Right here. Yep.
Jesus.
He's apparently hanging out by the door. Well, potentially he could be in there, so we're just going to put a little placeholder on that. And I will give him a color like I've run out of colors. We'll just not an X. Red.
He's done.
Yeah, we'll do red.
Okay. Alright.
Aurelio, you're surrounded by all kinds of military equipment, jumpsuits. You see like a few things. If you want to roll an investigation, you could try to get more stuff.
Sure.
Right now it's about 550.
Oh, 9.
Okay, you see all kinds of bells, whistles, objects, orbs, things. You don't know what they do, and you don't necessarily want to pick them up and try to find out because it could be like explosives. And you also get the feeling that somebody would probably miss these things if they were to disappear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you see helmets, you see backpacks, you see vests, you see armor. Yeah, you see another door to your south, hanging out here. You see a door to your north, that's probably just like bathrooms. And then over here, you don't know what's in there.
Go to that room.
I was gonna say I'm about to know what's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are all three of you together?
Sure.
Okay.
Just to make sure that nobody does anything stupid.
You walk inside, and in front of you is this large, massive tankard full of presumably some kind of fuel. And then to the right, you see up against the walls large cylindrical generators of some kind. However, they're not on.
Backup generator?
You look around, and this room does not say backup generators. There's some windows and stuff like that showing a very dim atmosphere outside. The snow is beginning to get a little bit harsher, but you can still see somewhat.
This is not normal for a meteorological whatever station.
Yeah.
You see I'm not quite sure what the equivalent is, but on one of the generators you see the equivalent of an out of order sign. You see like a caution.
On the generator?
On the generators.
Can I tell what is this room? Can I tell?
Oh yeah, it's just a power generation room. You see a tankard full of fuel. It's being supplied to these generators, and they're not on though.
But they're not.
Nah, these might not be
How
the only.
much fuel is? Can I tell how much fuel is in this thing?
Yeah, sure. I don't think you need to roll for anything like that. It's about 3/4 full, like 70%. Looks like it's been turned on now and then, every now and then for the past like month maybe.
Can I tell what the generator is hooked up to?
It's plugged directly into the floor. So this room, it's plugged into this room, this facility. It's not like being snaked out the window or anything like that. But it is totally off.
Okay.
It feels kind of cold in this room.
This is where all the cold is going.
All the cold is going.
Yeah.
Pretty drafty.
This is very strange. But very pointedly described. That's why I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
How horrifying when something is well described by a DM.
I know.
It's about 5:53 right now. You've got 7 minutes
Alright.
before 6 o'clock. In theory, people would start to wake up then.
Explore faster.
Avery said.
What did Avery say?
He said that his alarm would have gone
Sure.
off.
Yeah,
after
see,
that.
Nix would know. She's like, guys,
Guys, we need to hurry this up a little bit.
the alarms. What's this?
What's what? That's
Sounds-
it's a Jeep. You look at it and you see a Jeep with a mounted machine
Oh.
gun on the top.
Sorry, were you gonna say something? Before I ask that question.
No.
I guess not.
Okay.
He died. Yeah, I'm so scared. Say something.
I'm what? I'm talking. Are we playing this game again? Connected and
Sure.
secured. Can you really not hear me? I'll figure out this problem. Am I about to lose internet connection? I'm definitely still connected to everything. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Oh, man.
It must be Discord,
Hey,
honestly.
it must be Discord. I don't know what's going on.
Probably. Okay, for the...
I
if
am connected. Bloop.
Did you,
Like, that was
did you
me
say anything
automatically
before I asked the
disconnecting.
question, that's all.
That was me disconnecting manually. You gotta tell me when you can hear me, because I'm just talking to myself, otherwise.
How are we gonna know that you're talking if we can't hear you and that we're not hearing you?
Well, if you start to hear me, then tell me, oh, we can hear you now, because I just assume that I'm
Oh,
not.
trust me, we didn't. I
Oh,
mean, we
good.
hear you now.
All
But
right.
anyway, continuing on. Okay. Is this the bathroom room that you said it was?
Yeah, this is the bathroom.
I think we looked at everything.
Okay. Abram,
To see.
how about your roll perception check? Because I want you to...
My
to-
god,
to-
I got
to
the
know.
answer to the question.
Yeah.
Perception. Please, Abram.
I thought you
open
were
your-
actually asking one of your
open
fellow
your
players. Abram, you feel a draft coming down this room at the very end. You feel wind. You feel outside air coming in.
I am investigating those.
Okay. You walk down the area, you walk down the hallway, down the room, past the two generators, and in the very end, in the topmost
Not funny.
right-hand corner, you see that like a big branch or something has just come right through a window and into the generator.
That'll do it. Well, there's your problem.
Yeah, it looks like a big healthy boy too.
Wait.
Well, you have like a natural 20 too. Yeah, it was like a healthy tree. Like a,
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute. I know what that means. More or less. That someone did this on purpose. Because it wouldn't have fallen otherwise, probably. Let me see. Is this window like up, like high up, or is it like a?
like
Like,
four,
can I
4
see up?
feet. It's a normal kind of window.
Can I see the? Sorry, I just put something in my mouth for some reason.
Okay.
Can I see the like breaking point of this tree? Does it look cut or whatever? Is
Well,
what I'm trying to figure
it's
out.
about like 30 feet away.
Okay.
You look outside and it's a tall pine tree that has been cut down and fallen from about 30 feet away because there's like 30 feet of just there's no snow. There's no
So it
trees
was
in
cut.
Maybe.
Uh-huh.
I think the only way to confirm would be if you went outside and checked out where it snapped at to see. It's a tall, thin boy. So it's not like a thick timber wood that's just like someone's ripped in half. It's like a tall, thin, kind of spindly tree, but it was alive. It's got some greenery on it.
Okay. I'm still gonna say someone cut that down and sabotage this generator for some reason. Okay, but noted.
It's possible.
Mhm.
Whatever these were powering, I guess someone perhaps did not want them powering it anymore.
What time is it?
Can
5:58.
well, really quick, is she still like in the thingy that she was in?
Is
The
Nick still?
tablets, the network and whatever?
Sure. Yeah.
I was just wondering if there's something about this tree or generators or whatever.
You just see a report saying that a tree has fallen through a window and taken out one of the backup generators.
Well, they call it a backup generator. Then. Whatever. Alright, is there anything else we need to look at in 2 minutes before people start walking around?
Don't feel too pressured. It's just I'm limiting how many actions you can take. I'm not actually going to spring upon you like a real timer. It's just like you can only have so many actions within 2 minutes.
Under pressure. Don't worry, that was in character. Abram's just asking if there's anything we can look at in 2 minutes.
I don't see anything.
There are several rooms that you guys have not been in.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear about
We
that.
didn't actually look in the control room much at all.
You guys got to walk around if you
Oh,
want to find some clues. I'll give you that hint.
Have we been here?
Yeah, what is that?
Have we been here?
No, you've not
No, I
been
don't
there.
think so.
No, we are.
All right, Aurelio.
we just run.
Aurelio.
We just run through the arms
You
room.
barrel through and you see several computers, bookshelves, bookcases, beakers with sediment samples in them. You see leaves that have been cut down and they're being analyzed. You see like a small Bunsen burner. You see
Do I smell anything?
catalog after catalog. Sure, smell, roll investigation. You see a
Well,
room
just-
to your right that is closed and behind
Can
a
I roll
bookshelf.
survival instead?
Yeah, sure. You'll get hints that are equivalent to the skill that you roll.
Yeah.
You have inspiration. I just want you to know that. You don't have to use it. I just
I'm not
want you
gonna
to
use
know.
inspiration on this.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
You see a lot of leaves. They're definitely from outside. They've definitely been people just like checking out some stuff.
They're definitely
but,
from outside.
Thanks.
Yeah. with a 5, yeah, that's what you're getting.
It's just Aurelio. These leaves are definitely from outside.
I'm just you see a lot of countertops, tables, things like that.
Is there anything in the beaker?
Yeah, it's like dirt.
I like it.
Oh, okay, you look at it. It tastes just like the dirt that you fucking ate outside when the owlbear chucked you into the earth.
Okay. So it's probably from outside.
It's probably from outside.
Local dirt.
You see like a rock?
Drugs.
Yeah, no drugs, no drugs.
Yeah.
This is like a computer lab. It's like a lab for you see like clipboards with charts and stuff like that. This seems to be
Oh, can I look at the pictures? Their chart.
Sure. It's all weather stuff. This is like monitoring temperature, wind pattern, snow melt, sediment, anything that they can possibly get their hands on to record in terms of weather. It seems to be this is actually the whole. It's a weather outpost station manifest. Seems to be this large room.
Is there anything that might be rocks from the mountain?
Yes.
I want it.
You just take it.
He just takes.
No, I want the results for
I
data
want
or
the knowledge
analysis.
from the rock.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna look at the data analysis from that as well.
Okay. There's answers to your questions. I just have to look them up real quick.
Put them in my board.
Okay, so you take out some of the rock, and it's like it's a lot of metamorphic rock. Like it's the kind of rock that you would normally actually find from naturally formed mountains. But there's a few things here that they're like out of place. Like they're from like lake beds and stuff like that. Kind of like there's a few samples that are just like, how did that get there? And Bryn, Nix, what were you looking for? What were you analyzing?
I'm looking at the results of various tests that they've done.
Okay, roll an investigation. Actually, both of you roll an investigation. This is something you both could potentially be finding.
Investigation. Oop.
You both asked to check out like the same kind of information, so I feel like you'd both get a little bit of a.
Ah.
Okay.
My only.
No, you look through. You see like trace elements, some metals, naturally formed iron, metamorphic rock. It's just things that are pretty natural, except for they're all natural things, except for the one that's like, oh well, this is natural. It's just it doesn't. You wouldn't really expect it to be from here, considering it's supposed to be like under lake beds and things. Though I mean, you guys got inspiration. I'm just gonna point that out.
I rolled a 13.
I know you did.
I don't have inspiration.
Really? You guys should all have inspiration. All right, well.
I'm the one who doesn't have any inspiration because remember I saved mine up until the very last minute and then I used it.
Oh, you gotta use
Combat.
that stuff because you're gonna get it more. All right, we'll just do something inspiring then, and we'll get it back. You do see a door on the east side. Am I dead again? Is that what's happening? Can you hear me? Ooh, wow. That's like super dead. My god, I gotta go talk to my internet people. This isn't good. This isn't good at all.
Were all these taken from the mountain?
Yeah, they all were taken from the mountain. Okay, you were talking to me even though your icon was muted. That was horrifying. That was like the ghosts of like horrifyingness coming in there. You see a door
Yeah,
on the
it's very
east side.
Wait, what happened?
There's a door on the side.
There's a door.
Can I look at the books? Like the bookcases?
Yeah, sure. You want to look at some books? That's fine. You don't need to roll or anything. You see books on a lot of reference material, scientific journals. You see a lot of stuff that is focused on like weather. You see a big old box of like a shipping crate, like it just came in recently, and it's all on rock. It's all on different geological samples from all around the sector, all around the Tiama system.
Is there like any book that looks like it has a page marked in it recently, like a bookmark or something?
Yeah,
like
you
someone was
do.
looking at it.
You do indeed.
Okay.
And you want to pop that open?
Yeah.
All right, you take it open, you slap it down on the countertop, a little bit of dust comes off, and you don't really know how to read that well because you didn't really
Not
get that
dumb.
kind of learning. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I
What?
will help him.
I said because I'm dumb.
No, you're just special, Aurelia.
Leo does not know the language.
But
of
you
written
recognize
words.
a picture of Sargasso when you see it.
Hey.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's a book on rock samples from Sargasso.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
And it was like it was marked there on that page.
Yeah, it's just a bookmark. It looks like someone was maybe reading through the entire book and just happened to stop here. But it's a big book. Like one third is Sargasso, another third is like Leon Fial. Highly geo rock studied places where like the rock is easy to access and people have had the time to actually take a good look and sit at this kind of thing. There's a few other planets too, but you don't recognize them. They're in places outside of your native born system, Aurelia.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much I can do with that information.
What if the rock from the lake bed was actually from another planet? Whoa.
Whoa, mind blown.
Spooky.
But it was mined from the mountain.
Aurelia,
That's why I would
roll
be
your
here.
investigation check.
Oh, okay. So that to be investigation, or can it be like survival?
It can be survival.
He knows his damn rocks.
He licks everything. Oh.
I don't know my
Aurelia,
rock.
you don't know your rocks.
I don't know my rock.
Sorry, buddy. You see a lot of cool stones though, that, like really cool patterns
Yeah.
and things like that. Really looking at like when you break open a rock and take a look at it.
Really sweet.
Wow, this is such. This session is just like, let's talk about rocks. It must be so much fun.
Yeah. I'll just take a couple.
All right, you take a few rocks.
Put them in my
Does
pocket.
any
Does anything what?
look like the orb material, like that white?
Now you're asking the right questions.
Mhm.
Yes.
The white question.
In fact, you.
Why are you
if-
asking the white question?
the only way you do this, I think, is because you take out your orb, your magical orb, and you put it on like the table, and you really take a look at
Your
it, and
herb.
that
I want
rock.
to see if it communicates with another rock.
It does not communicate with another rock, but
Talk to your
looking
friend.
that like eggshell rock covering that it is still within does
Oh.
match some of the rock samples that have been taken from the mountain.
See?
You
Are
guys
there
didn't
any-
even need to roll above a 15 investigation. You guys did it all by yourselves. You should be proud. Pat yourselves on the back.
Pat. Is there? Oh shit. Is there any analysis on those rocks in particular?
It's just like limestone. Actually, this might be a realization to you. Actually, that this rock, for the most part, is just normal rock. It seems like something that was just covering something far more special beneath it. But it's normal.
Yeah,
rock.
it's what's
Somebody
inside
covered
of it.
hmm
And
And
Because
these,
only-
was the
these don't
orb's
have anything
origin?
inside of them. They're like powdered rocks and just like
Yes,
sharp.
but there's something inside of the mountain. If they puncture the mountain, who knows what'll happen? I mean, you saw what happened when they cracked this.
I see.
When we cracked it, but anyway.
I start breaking rocks.
Stop.
really
Oh my god. I think it's getting late.
Like,
I
why
think
are
it's
all
getting
of our
early.
samples broken?
Yeah.
What happened in the night?
What happened in the night?
Trees.
Leo. Alright.
I think you guys are almost out of time.
Okay.
You're not out
I
of
wrote-
time. You can just choose to be awake already when people are hanging out. Like you don't have to run back to your room. I'm just saying that other people are going to be up and about at 6. Not
I
that-
ran over here.
I was gonna say, Leo, where are you going?
Aurelio leaps over the counter and slams face first into a locked door that says Dr. Gerard's office.
I lockpick it.
He's
Roll-
probably in there, I'm just saying.
Oh wait, I knock.
You did talk to Dr. Gerard this morning.
Yeah, didn't he go over like somewhere over here or something?
I thought he went.
Well, you would have seen him
Right.
if he was over there. I'm just going to
'Cause-
point that
Actually,
out.
wait, he did.
He
He
went
walked by
over
us.
here to like in the hallway.
Yeah, because we were hiding by that corner, and he walked by us,
Yeah.
and we like looked at each other.
But
Yeah,
I haven't
And
seen
then
him
he-
pass us, so he's not in his office.
Where the fuck did he go? Oh my
that's some good observation, Aurelio.
God, I'm so
Yeah.
scared.
I dig it.
Wait, who is? Maybe he's with Magno.
Who's flying the plane?
Are you going to roll that lockpick,
Well, then,
or are we
yeah.
just going to see what
Yeah,
happens? We
I
got to
forgot to
know.
roll.
He can get in without being shot by Gerard.
That's a dexterity. You're proficient in it, so it's like a proficiency dexterity check. So dexterity. What did you do? What's happening? What
It doesn't matter.
What the fuck was that? Why'd you roll
Don't
8
worry about
dice?
Don't worry about it.
I don't. What? That's not legal.
It's 1d20. Should I re-roll that? Because I have no idea what that is.
You should absolutely re-roll that. I don't know what the hell just happened. Also, don't you have like double proficiency? This is all messed up. Do that
It's
again.
supposed to be 1d20 plus. Okay, so it's my dexterity.
I don't care.
which
Do it
is
over
3.
again. I want to. If that happens again, if you can recreate that occurrence.
That's 2. I don't know. Okay, maybe I should just take off the 3D die because I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you should take off the fucking 3d5. Why'd you put on 3d5?
No, it's 3D die.
I don't know what happened either, but just re-roll it again. If it happens again, then that's fine. It just might be roll 20. All right, come on.
Wrong.
We're spending too much time on this door. Just manually do it. Just do 1d20 and then add your proficiency. Oh my god. And then add your shit, right? How much shit do you have?
14.
Wow, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah, click. It opens.
Oh my god.
And you open it up, and inside you see it's a pretty warm room. You just see like a large it's just a study. You see a large bookshelf pretty much encompassing entirely the bottom corner. You see a desk directly in the dead center of it, and then behind the desk is another door, which is, well, you don't know what's inside, but it could
Are there
be
computers in here?
Yeah, there's a computer at the desk.
Okay, Nix, do you want to come in here and then Abram provide lookout?
Sure.
Abram, are you cool with providing lookout? Okay,
We're gonna get
sweet.
arrested.
No.
I do want to
Hurry up.
remind you guys about gambits and cantrips you may or may not have in this time of dungeon crawling.
I have none. Quick.
I have all.
Next, what's happening here? You're in a room. There's a vent. It's nice and warm. There's a desk. It's lovely. It's got a computer
He's
at it.
heating up the planet so he has good heating.
God. Computer.
Okay, next.
You don't have to pay for heating.
Next,
if the
you
entire
go over to
planet
the
is
computer,
heating.
and it's actually got a lock on it. There's a password. Looking over the desk, you do see a sticky note,
Mhm.
and it just says, "Dire?" Question mark? Question mark?
Dire question mark question mark. Is he one of those guys that writes down his password?
No.
That's a really fucking dumb password.
You can try Dire if you want, but, I mean... spoiler
gonna-
alert, it won't work.
No, it's not gonna. Alright, dire question mark question mark. Is there any really? No.
Let's try it.
Are there any animals like a dire wolf or something?
You're a hacker! You don't
We'll
need
get a
this
wolf.
shit!
We'll lead him into this room.
You can just
And he'll
roll a
unlock the
computer
computer.
check, and if it's above a certain number, you just do it! Then you
Okay.
can try to do the
You got it,
fucking...
wolf.
You can try the Da Vinci Code President's double check, like, after you fail. Alright, you succeeded on a DC 10 computer check, you're in! God!
What was the password?
You didn't even bother. You just stuck a flash drive in that was in your arm, and there was a few lights and sounds, and you are now in the computer. You've assumed you've bypassed most of it. You don't need a password. You're too powerful.
Personal emails to the captain.
You don't see any personal emails to the captain, but you do see an email.
Read it.
No way in fucking hell. For once, I actually wrote this shit.
I'm gonna read it.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you in PM.
Fuck.
Get fucked.
Oh no.
Now, while you are reading that, Aurelio, how you doing? You sexy, sexy boy.
So that's how you
you see that door?
Yeah?
Mine.
Okay, you look at the lock, and that one looks a little bit more sturdy than the previous one, but if
Well,
you
thank
want
God I got a sledgehammer.
Oh, okay. Abram, roll a perception check while we're at this.
I'm kidding. I'm just gonna use the lockpick. They'll notice.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, first of all, maybe you shouldn't smash anything.
Yeah.
Perception, I am doing.
Okay, Aurelia, roll that proficient dexterityness. Abram, you're looking good.
Thanks.
Aurelia,
14.
you stick your files in there and stuff like that. You warm it around a little bit. What is that? 15, 14?
14.
Nah, you snap off a file, it breaks in
I
your
probably
hands.
need a 15. Damn it. Okay, I have one file left.
So watch out. Be careful.
You better watch out.
Better watch out. You
Better
better
watch
watch out. Anyway.
You better watch out. Dr. Bard is coming.
I know, I'm scared. I was like, I'm gonna stand in literally one of the doorways, but there's 2 ways to get into this room.
There is
Wear
two
like
ways to get into
security
this room.
sunglasses and cross your arms.
There does appear to be multiple ways around this
Same.
compound, which is maybe something to note into and unto itself.
Yeah, this place is not first and foremost a weather fucking station.
There are vents.
No way in fucking hell.
Could always crawl through the vent to escape.
Oh my god.
Possible. Oh, I have that heated orb. No, that one.
What?
I don't want to use that. Never mind. That's for
It'll
another time.
blow us all up.
Another time. Okay, another time.
You have no idea what that thing is, and I wholeheartedly implore, for
Alright,
the love of God,
I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again.
that you just use it at any given time. This is a tough lock, buddy, and in fact, trying it once, you did figure out the DC of it. This is a DC 20 lock.
Okay, I hit it with my hammer.
we busted?
Yeah, we bust.
He's busting. I'm standing here. I'm
No,
looking
this
at rocks.
is this
okay?
is committing felonies is a group decision. You guys got to talk about this.
Is this felony?
I can't stop him if he
Is
does
this
it. I don't-
felony
If
or
I
an
can stop
accident?
him.
I might have fallen over
An
while I had my
accident.
hammer.
You accidentally
very
broke
hard
into
head.
his locked study and then accidentally broke into his bedroom after
I'm
that.
very clumsy. I fall a
He
lot when
is.
I'm holding my sledgehammer.
Maybe we shouldn't do that. We'll
I'm
have the
partially
entire
blind.
compound.
I only have one eye.
We're gonna escape this planet as felons. That's
Okay,
what's
I'll
gonna
try.
happen.
I'll try the normal way.
Okay, this is your last lockpick. It's not just you fail and it breaks. It's if you fail it by half, it breaks.
+5.
Oh my god! Oh my
The
god!
clutch pick.
You fucking click it up. Oh,
23.
you click it. You do the clicky.
We
You're
quiet
in.
busted.
You open it up
So
and you
lost.
are in a bedroom.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
I can't understand.
I was gonna say, please be fast.
I can't read. I cannot. No words that came out of anybody's mouth did I understand. What? Aurelia
I
first.
said I'm going to strip down.
Oh
I
my
am
God.
going to
and rub
immediately
like, get
chase.
evil, and then I'm going to put them back on his bed. He'll never know.
Oh my god.
I'm chasing after Aurelio, grabbing him by the collar and saying,
Not
"What are
actually.
you doing?"
I'm not actually. What's in his room though?
You see a lovely bed.
Just that up real quick.
You see more books and stuff like that. You see a lot of books that have been just stacked up on his end table, like he was researching.
What was he reading recently?
What was he reading recently? Give me 1 second, please. Yeah, you see a book titled "The Ancient Ruins of Leon Fial." You see Lady Gregory's "Scripts on Slove," and you see "Mysteries of the
Gregory's
Ancient
getting
World."
Okay. Any of those have like a bookmark now?
Yep. "Mysteries of the Ancient World."
Take that up.
Okay, roll a
Okay.
history check because you can't read. You see
Wait.
some... What am I waiting for? Abram, roll a perception check.
That's an 11.
What did that D6 have to do with anything? Abram, you hear footsteps coming.
That was my inspiration. I want to know.
Oh, no, inspiration's re-rolling.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. Okay, let me reroll.
I'll let you
Can I
take
tell
whatever's...
which way they're coming from, which hallway?
Yes, the bottom one.
Okay.
A 12.
Probably.
That's one better.
Okay.
Nice.
Abram comes running in.
I'm running.
Do you want to tell them that someone is coming, or do you not? want them to?
I hold on.
Okay.
Can I tell how far they are?
You like 20
Walkie
seconds.
talkie.
Seconds.
Walkie talkie.
Talk. Abram, not talk. Wait,
Walkie-talkie.
walkie-talkie. Right. I tell because in there. Good thinking. I ran next really quick. I'm like over by one of the tables also. So I can have an excuse for it.
Totally fine. You're on some tables.
I quickly to Nick. I'm Miss Gregory. Or not.
Wow.
Aurora coming.
Hold on,
He's here.
my voice connection is so bad. Okay, he's here, he says into the microphone.
Okay, so Nyx is gonna tell Aurelio we need to go, and she immediately leaves.
Okay.
Where Abram is.
Aurelio,
where-
you get taken with Nyx. I don't, unless you contest it. I don't know if...
I was tempted to hide underneath his bed.
Are you kidding me?
Well, if he's gonna talk to someone, I'm gonna be able to hear it in the privacy of his own home, right?
I mean, I guess nobody really checks under their bed, I
It's
suppose.
true, monsters aren't real. Aurelio is. Let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna switch connections real quick, because I'm trying to...
I wanna
fix
link
this.
Nick comes out and he's just like just looks at her and he looks a little bit more horrified. Where's the relic?
One moment, please. Man, I can't understand a word they're saying. Oh my god, they're just rolling without me now!
Oh,
I rolled stealth, that's all.
Okay, so Aurelio, you just left Nyx on... Did you try to forcibly take him with you?
I mean, I had his sleeve in my hand, but he can I'm not forcing him.
Okay, then the party is separated.
What do you
Aurelio, you dive underneath the bed. Nyx, you look behind you and you see that little spider monkey's gone.
I just want to say, I'm
not
sure
shocked.
somebody closed the door. Made it look
Nyx,
okay. Just making
Aurelio,
sure.
Nyx closed the first door. Aurelio closed the other one.
I'll get you
He
the
also
information
made-
you need.
With a 19,
Oh my
I
God,
think
he's
he
dead.
would have locked the doors and stuff before he even did it. I think he
I'm
probably
so
even
glad.
logged off. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, you guys, in that room that you guys are in, there's a ladder that goes up, by the way.
Go, guys, go.
She also I'm also going to mention that she made sure that the computer did not look tampered with.
Yes,
at all.
I was gonna say,
that's
we
part of the
literally
19
covered
roll.
everything.
You're good, don't worry. You
Just
don't.
wondering,
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. What?
part of my 19 roll, did I manage to maybe get the the other walkie-talkie out of Nyx before I dove under the bed?
Roll sleight of hand.
You just stole it from Nyx before leaving.
I feel like this is a lot to ask of an impromptu. Yeah, okay, you got it. Above a 10. You got a 50-50. Well, not really, because you have
Nyx,
plus 6.
forgive me.
I hate you.
Sorry, Nyx. This is
Bloody
also to your benefit, so...
I was gonna say, I guess it's good. However, Nyx,
you
really,
die, it's
do we
not my
want to climb this
fault.
ladder to hide, or are we gonna stay here and make up a story?
You can also head north out the door.
Or we can leave through the fucking
let's just
war
leave.
room and hope nobody's in the control room.
I mean, I guess if we just leave through the,
Can I tell if there's anybody in the control room?
I have no idea how you'd be able to access that information from
With
where
my
you're standing.
ears.
No, I don't think you could be able to do that.
Okay,
It's like 60 feet away. It's like 60 squares
Well,
worth.
fine.
Nyx is going to leave, and
Okay,
if
fine.
anyone asks, she'll say, "Oh, I got bored and woke up early, so I decided to just
Alright.
kind of roam around."
Well, I'm with you. Just say we.
Same.
Include me. Please. I'm
Alright,
dying.
we
I got bored and decided to hide under a bed.
That's
Alright.
all right.
Do you guys wait to see who's coming down that hall?
sure.
Is this door it's one of the ones that actually close, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, is there a window?
Yeah, it's
Basically, can I
frosted.
see without
Yeah.
being?
You can look
Okay,
through.
good.
It's a
I
little
just want to
frosty.
see without being seen.
You look and you see a man who's carrying clothing in his hands and wearing a muscle shirt.
Mm.
And he's got curly brown hair. Maybe it's just like a big mush of nothingness through the frosted glass. They seem to be doing something to the back of their neck, and they walk through. They ignore that door that you guys have gone behind, and then you hear a click, and then the door opens, and he disappears behind it.
Either he was doing laundry or exercising. That's
and
not
then they're
true.
gone. Aurelio,
I'm so scared
you
from my
dive
my job.
underneath the skirts of this bed. Did you put the books back and stuff, or are you gonna try and steal some
Books
of
are
these things?
books are bad.
Okay, then you're
I
underneath.
can't read. What's the purpose?
Well, before you put the thing away, you did see a symbol, and you did look at a word that was capitalized. But I'll let you know what it was later.
Great.
Remind me. Aurelio, you feel very warm,
Okay.
and you look directly to the
Heater.
south. I swear to God, I'm not bullshitting you. There's a vent.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm not making that up. I have a map right here that I made earlier today, and there's a vent that is seriously underneath the bed. I swear to you, I did not just make that up.
Okay, he's not in this room, right?
You hear the sound of a key in a lock.
Can I open that vent without making any noise?
That would require you to roll a dexterity check, and I guess we'll just use your proficiency with lockpicking tools. You do literally have a screwdriver. I almost feel like that gives you advantage. You have the tool designed for doing this.
Okay. I do it.
Okay, then do advantage on a lockpick check. It doesn't matter. You're already good. Don't even bother rolling again. You get the grade off very quickly and quietly without anybody noticing. Instead, at quickly side, it looks just barely big enough for you. You would have to roll an acrobatics check to see if you can squeeze
I'm pretty
through.
tiny.
Oh, you're right. You actually did make.
I weigh
your
like
character
130
5'4".
pounds, and I'm 5'4".
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you could probably slip through. Only you, potentially. I forgot
I'm
that
very
your character's
narrow.
so tiny. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You little gremlin. You can totally do it. If you choose to leave, that is your excess, but you hear the door open.
I don't leave yet. I just kind of set the grade aside.
Okay. You hear the man walk over to the bed. You see footsteps, and you look, and you open up the... maybe you peek just underneath the skirts of the bed, and you see what appears to be bright green tennis shoes. And then you hear something get set down on top of the bed above you, and you hear like somebody making like some wheezing sounds, like they've just been doing some harsh exercising or something. And then you see some clothing and a desk being opened, and you see someone pulling out some clothing, and a lab coat, and it's hung up on the doorknob that he just came through, and then he disappears into the corner and enters what looks to be a small bathroom. And then you hear a shower starting.
Okay. Is he in the shower?
Yes.
Okay.
You hear him singing.
Okay, good. Okay, I grab that book and get back under the bed.
You sure? I'm just checking. I just want, because you're changing the environment.
No, I wanna rip the page out of the book.
Okay. All right.
Like as carefully as possible, so it just kind of looks like you know how sometimes you can rip a page out of the book and there isn't any tear left. It's just like you pulled it out by the seam.
That is gonna take a check of some kind. That's gonna be a dexterity
Dexterity.
check.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you got some sharp implements. I feel you can try to make a perfect cut to make it look like it's not even there.
I actually have a knife on me.
Someone might be able to notice the fact that a number goes from like a page 132 to just 134, though. So there's always going to be the potential, but you could try to.
I mean I have a knife, so I get advantage because I have a knife.
No advantage. This is just rolling a dexterity thing.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you cut it pretty clean, and it looks pretty good. And if you were just looking at it like haphazardly, just like reading through, maybe it's late at night, you probably wouldn't even notice. But the pages will always say 132 on one page and 134 on the other.
Whatever. He might think he like messed up. I crawl back under the bed.
Okay, and now what?
I take his socks. No. I think I'm gonna.
You hear the
Can you
shower
tell me
turn
what
off.
the page? Can you tell me what the page says?
No,
Please,
because you
I don't
can't
know.
read, Aurelio.
No, you said I saw two things, like a symbol and a uppercase word.
Sure, I'll text it to you.
Just because I wanted to know first.
You gotta make your decision before I tell you, because Aurelio can't read, so this wouldn't impact his decision anyway.
Oh, yeah. I want to crawl into the vent.
Okay, you crawl into the vent. I'm assuming you put it back the way it was before you left?
But I'm not moving. I'm just staying behind the vent. Like, still in earshot.
Well, you open it up, and... yeah, okay, it's like a silver tunnel. It's very short, though. It immediately ends in a downward slope. But you can try to hang on. Sure, yeah, you can hang out there if you
little
want.
spider monkey fingers.
Yeah, you got little spider monkey fingers.
Yeah. Because I just want to see if he does anything when he gets out of the shower, and that's pretty much it.
That's fine. Well, in that case, he gets out of the shower. You put the book back. You just took the page.
Yep.
He cleans himself. He puts on his clothing. He was singing something from Ox Blood. hit new tunes.
But
He puts on his lab coat, puts on his glasses, and you see that it is indeed Dr. Gerard. And then he just goes. He picks up some pens and he leaves his room, and he enters probably into his chamber, which would probably make it difficult to leave through.
okay. Yeah. Then I take the vent.
Okay, you take the vent. The other two, you guys are standing in the armory room. It's now 6 o'clock in the morning. What do you do? You've just watched Doctor go from part of the building to the next.
Well,
You hear the sounds of people getting ready for their day.
let's go get coffee. It's like everything is normal.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, what route do you take?
What route is there to take?
There's two different ways that you can go. I mean, there's just going through the command center, and then there's going down, and then through the hallway. It's a circle. This entire building, this entire compound is just a circle.
Have we even gone through this southern hallway at any point?
No.
I want to do that. I mean,
Okay.
we have to backtrack like idiots, but that's okay.
Let's go.
Okay, you walk past the ladder that goes up in the big lab room, and you see
I
stairwell.
am curious about that ladder, but is it just like to the roof?
It goes up into a room. It's well
Your
lit.
room? Damn it, Nick's already gonna out of character, so we go up there.
Like I'm giving you too many options as the DM.
I know you are.
Yeah, you
There's-
are.
How could you? There are things in there.
I'm sorry. Wait, am I with them yet?
No.
Nope.
No way in hell. You're gone, buddy. Have fun with the rest
Yeah,
of
it
the
looks
session.
like you're in the like where the silos, like in that area.
I might become the next missile.
Please God.
Oh no.
I fall into a launcher.
All right, Abram and
Red
Nix,
lights start
you guys
flashing.
don't know what happened to Aurelio. You guys are on your own.
Oh, I
We
can
don't-
just.
I was gonna. He can radio us. I don't know. He has the radio, so
I'll read you guys eventually.
Let's just
are we going up or getting coffee?
I mean, is there anything in the immediate vicinity of the ladder that says "Do not enter"?
No, nothing at all.
Let's go.
All right, she's gonna go.
I don't want to disappoint you guys, but you go upstairs and it seems to be it's a room that is the exact same dimensions as the lab below it, except it's on the top floor, and you guys are standing in like the second floor, like a tower. All around you are glass windows. You can look out. A lot of it's frosted. It's snowing outside, but you can see all of the top of the buildings around you sprawling out in every direction. Far to the southeast, you see what looks to be a tall silo. And then more towards the south, particularly, and much closer and much skinnier, you see another tower silo-like thing, but just before the trees mark. That taller, bigger silos is actually within the trees. It's outside the area. You see fences, you see snowmobiles, you see lights turning on in the garage. Somebody must be in there doing something.
So it's an observatory, basically.
I'm guessing this is a control room.
There's a lot of computers. It seems like some kind of like lab extras, like a computer kind of place. Yeah, it's another control room.
Is there a big red button for launching missiles?
Abram, roll a history check.
Don't sound so disappointed. Don't worry, I have a negative modifier.
I'm not worried about it at all. Take advantage. Take advantage, man. If you got a negative advantage, if you have a negative modifier, take advantage definitely, because this is something Abram would be familiar with. Yeah, you look around, and it's a very small gunnery platform, but you do see the controls that would be for like a targeting computer, launching either missiles, and you also see like a prep list, a procedural list for the readying of an Iron Wing.
Okay. So I informed Nix, especially Nix, since it's just me and her, that he knows that this is a place for the things that you said.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, this is where the person who is in charge of this would go. This is how you would do it, and you could physically do those things yourself. That's what the 15 get. You know how to operate this system.
Yeah. For once, I recognize computer systems. I tell her that I can, she now knows what you just told me. There you go.
Okay.
don't think
Abram turns to you with a deadpan expression, very, very clean, no wrinkle, and says, "I can use this, Nyx.
Oh my god.
I
Aurelia's
can do
writing
it
his
right
fanfic.
now."
I could end it all.
Well, I don't think it's a very good idea to touch anything, especially since we are newcomers and they don't know us very well. And we could potentially go to prison depending on what Aurelio is doing right now.
Do I look like Aurelio?
You-
I'm doing the doctor now.
Looking above you, you see another vent. However, it looks to be connected to like an AC unit on the roof. Point is, possible escape route.
Okay.
Well, I don't think we can do anything in here right now, so let's.
But it's good to know that they are ready to use these things.
Yeah.
And by good, I mean that sarcastically.
I mean, it
They
could
have
just
no
be
reason
for-
to use these things. Yeah. That's
Okay,
my
just-
concern.
It could just be for defensive purposes.
Could be for defensive purposes.
Abram immediately looks irritated. Somehow I doubt that.
Hmm.
He's not irritated at her, to be clear.
All right, where you guys go next?
Back down, I suppose.
Coffee.
All right,
Coffee time.
You're walking down the hallway, and you actually see some commotion in the rooms over at the end. It's the mess hall. Before you get there, I'm going to point out that there's stairs directly to the south, and downstairs it says hangar. It says staff only, but it's not like chained off. There's no locked gate. It's just like a hanging. It's just a sticker on the ceiling.
Which one? This way?
Yes, directly to the south of you are spiral staircases that go down and then
Okay.
curve and then go back underneath you, and then maybe you go again and head down into something.
I make note of this, but I stay with next one.
That's understandable. You go inside and you see a very sleepy-eyed Avery sitting at a table.
Abram,
You
Abram
see,
wonders if he's not having coffee with her, but instead, Avery will.
you see Luigi standing next to an awake Magnolia.
Yay.
You see two women that you've never met before sitting together, and you also see the doctor Silas, whom was treating
Um,
someone before. And I have to zoom in.
Everyone's gonna.
Wait, who are you? Who's yellow? Luigi, Magnolia, Violet, Tracy, Silas. Who are you people?
It's like playing Animal Crossing and someone new moves in.
Tracy, Luigi, Silas,
Where did the house come
Avery.
from?
Oh my, I don't know who that is. Oh my god! You look at this man whom you've never met before, and he looks at you, and then he just whispers Rosebud, and then fades into nothingness.
Oh my god!
And then
That's why.
Silas stands up, and then walks over and sits down at his seat.
I'm so the ISF is you. Okay.
Nyx is gonna go over to Magnolia and she's gonna ask, "How are you feeling?"
Magnolia turns around, and she has a pan out, and she's cooking pancakes.
Oh.
She's at the kitchen, and Luigi is like hovering over her, like licking his lips.
Oh my god!
He, 100% of his attention is just focused 100% on this pancake. Oh man, the humanity.
I figured it was the pancake, but it was still like, oh god.
Avery, everybody's getting some kind of food. One of the women's just eating like oatmeal, like grits, basically, and then the other one, who looks much younger, is enjoying a nice bowl full of Cheerios. Avery's got a pancake of his own, and so does Silas. And they're talking about something by themselves from across tables. It's not very separated. It's a small mess hall. There's not many people who work here, so it doesn't need to be very big. The woman directly below you, Abram, one looks very young. Red hair, very dark skin, brown eyes, and she's wearing like overalls. She seems to have gotten ready in a hurry. Kind of young, 23, roughly the same age as Aurelio. The woman next to her, bob cut, perfect white hair. She looks like pretty, not very wrinkly in the face, but a lot more mature than the woman that she's sitting beside.
Okay.
Okay. Nyx, what are you
Wait, did-
doing to Magnolia, this poor
She
sweet girl?
was talking. I was just about to say, did Magnolia ever respond?
Oh, I'm sorry. You turn around and she says, "Oh, hey."
How are you feeling?
A lot better. The doctor said my toes aren't gonna have to be amputated.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and like you see her look, like her eyes move away from yours, and she looks behind you, and then she pulls them back on.
Nyx is gonna look behind her,
You see Abram.
and then she looks at.
Abram's just
Magnolia.
standing there staring back at Magnolia. He saw her do that, but he doesn't. He's still standing there.
Well, it looks like we're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. At least not until this blizzard ends. So.
Oh, good. I mean,
Good.
That's so unfortunate. I mean, it sucks. Y'all want some pancakes?
I'll take a pancake.
Christ.
Abram, do you want a pancake?
Sure.
Yay.
This is adorable.
Yay.
I love it.
Oh god.
I just need to be pointed in the direction of the coffee pot.
Right here, and it's just hanging out on this countertop table.
She's
It's like a
gonna
whole kitchen.
take she's gonna take 2 mugs and the coffee pot, and she's gonna pour the coffee.
All right, you
And
do
then
that. I have to go jump back over to a spider monkey.
Okay.
Yes.
There's
I wanna
a
see what he
loud
finds.
bang and a foot that's just sticking out from a wall, and then the boot retracts into the wall, and there's a loud clattering as this vent hits the floor, and then Aurelio jumps down and lands in a tunnel with a rail on the bottom of it, and there's just red lights illuminating everything.
I know what that is.
It's a very
my
wide tunnel. It's like 25 feet wide. Very tall, too.
Aurelio thinks this is a funny place for a train, but he's okay with it.
Oh no!
You have left and you have right, and unfortunately, due to the fact that there's a map, you probably know exactly which way those go.
Right. I radio in to Abram because he's like, I pull up my radio and go, "Psst, Alpha Bravo Cobra."
Just a quick response. Abram kind of flinches, and then he looks at Nyx, who I'm assuming is just like by the coffee pot doing absolutely nothing. And he's like, he just
Coffee for you.
no, but I mean, he thought she had the radio, and the radio was talking. So he's like, "What the fuck?" And then he immediately understands, and he just like what is it, Leo?
Abram,
are you?
You're standing perfectly normal, and then out of nowhere is just... and everyone looks at you.
Abram kind of wait. Where am I on the map? I moved my camera to look at Leo.
Did the radio effect work, by the way? I just installed something. I don't know if it
I
affected
have no
everything.
idea.
It sounded like it just blew into your mic.
Shoot, I think I messed up here. Test, does this sound like it's coming through a radio?
No.
No?
No.
I think I just lost my ability to make cool voices.
No, you can roll back whatever you apparently changed
We'll see next
later.
time.
But I'm the one that's coming through the video. I mean, the
Yes, you are.
microphone.
Well, I'm
Anyway.
gonna kind of find an isolated, smaller area and just like
Okay.
kind of quietly be like, "Leo, where are you?"
I don't know. Listen. I got this paper, right? It says it's a book. It has a funny little symbol thing on it, I think. I'm not good with words.
What?
And it says dire metal. I think. If that makes any sense. Not really sure what that is. Anyways, I think I'm in a subway.
A subway?
I went down a vent underneath his bed, and there's tracks, and it's like 25 feet wide, and it's just a bunch of red lights, and weird place to have a train, but
Damn, can I? I mean, I feel like I know what it is. Can Abram know what it is?
I feel like if you know it, then he knows it.
Yeah,
I've been
okay.
pretty good about keeping player knowledge the same as character knowledge.
Okay, well, if I say this and I'm wrong, just tell me, because Abram wouldn't say it if he didn't know. It sounds like you're in the... Fuck, I don't know what it'd be called. The launch tunnel for the Iron Wing. Are the lights on?
they are red.
Yeah, on DM. So Leo can use his eyes.
They're
The lights are on. They're not, like, flashing or anything, though, are they?
Nope.
Okay.
Steady on.
Okay. Well, good. You're not about to get run over.
Well, that's good.
Where are you going from there?
Probably back to the
Abram, you see Avery stand up
base.
from his chair. He just finished his pancakes. And he says, sorry, Silas. I kind of got to get going. I'm supposed to report for a test of the Iron Wing soon.
Oh!
Well, making sure nobody hears me. Leo, remember how I said you're not going to get run over? Well, it sounds like you might if you don't get out of there.
He starts walking towards
you
you
hear a
guys.
string of curses.
He starts walking where?
He starts to walk towards you.
Nyx, take off.
Nyx. I was going to say Nyx. Abram just... They both just say Nyx at the same time somehow.
Nyx turns around and she's like, "Oh, hi, Avery."
Thank Thank
Take
God.
off your shirt.
Oh, hey Nick. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I got to report for duty. I've got
You hear
to.
muffled Aurelio in the background is going, shirt, take shirt.
I covered the mouthpiece, the ear, whatever. But I do tell Aurelio to get somewhere else besides that tunnel, whether it's in, like, deeper to where the Iron Wing is, or back into the main building.
Can I get to this room?
We'll see how far you. That's not a room that you could. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, roll
like,
roll an
vent.
investigation and see if there's a vent along the
Can I
wall.
roll survival? I'm
Nope.
trying to survive.
Nope.
Nick can't hear any of this conversation right now, right?
No, all he
So she doesn't
no.
know.
No, she just Abram basically somehow conveyed to her that he wants her to talk to Avery and like hold him back as long as she can.
Excuse me, Nix. I gotta get going.
Oh, I actually I was.
I'm having a
Oh
baby.
no!
Having your baby.
We're doing this again. Actually, I wanted to know about your time before coming to this station. Maybe if you could, we
Give him my coffee.
maybe on the way we can. You can talk to me more about your home.
Yeah, sure. I guess you can walk with me a bit if you want to. We're going down to the hangar. Sure. Yeah, I guess it shouldn't be that big a deal if you're with staff. Let's go. Sure. And not
You're going
slowing
to
them
work for
down at
something.
all. You've now joined the party of. And they're walking down the hallway towards stairs. Abram, you watch them go.
Where is the latch on my arm?
What do you mean? Where is it? It's your fucking arm.
She,
Hold on.
Oh my God.
We talked about your arm and it being removed, so I
Oh.
don't think that that's an option in this case.
Okay, I guess not.
Fuck, I'm trying to think of how you could slow him down.
Yes,
Wait. Tell him to take you to the bathroom.
I don't want to spill coffee on
No, bathroom. You have to use the bathroom and you don't know where it is.
him. Oh, before we go, can you just
I'm crying.
show me where the bathroom is? I need to powder my nose.
Aw.
my arm.
Nix, I really gotta get to work. These things gotta be done on time. It's just down that.
It'll only take a second, I promise. Plus, I really want to see. You say you're going down to the hangar?
Yeah.
I'd really like to see you test out. I'm guessing you're testing out the Iron Wing.
Okay. I don't know if you should be able to stick around for that. Unfortunately, I think it's just staff only. The bathroom is just go through the lab, then through the armory, and then there's one directly to the north. Don't touch anything, and the bathroom's there. All right. If you want to come down in a minute, I'll let you back down. But I gotta get going to the test.
The armory?
Aurelio.
Sorry, I haven't done much exploration.
Aurelio. Aurelio is looking around frantically in this tunnel, back and forth like a trapped rat. What do you do, Aurelio?
You need to throw me a bone!
Did I see anything over here?
No, what was your... No, not with an 8. You look over and you're just, like, patting against the walls and you're rubbing your face along everything and you just see, like...
Can I just assume there is and use dexterity to throw myself as high onto the wall as possible?
Yes.
Okay.
How wide is the stairs? Like, is it only one person up, one person down, or is it...
It's... What?
Is it narrow?
It's a very traditional staircase that you'd find in any building.
Okay.
Like a fire
Aw,
escape
damn
kind of
it.
building. Like a fire... It's like the basic stairs.
'Cause I was gonna say, if we could have, like, one of those, like, stair, like, maneuver movements where it's like, I can't...
And you're just gonna do that for 5 minutes?
I mean...
I want to hear what Aurelio does. You think about all the different options you
I
have
jumped.
available.
Did I see anything?
All right, what do you mean? You just jump into it?
Yes.
Okay, Aurelio, you get a running start, and you just throw your body directly into the wall, and you just hear a loud vibration through the entire. Everyone, you hear a dong as
All right, well,
pipes beneath your feet vibrate.
In this case, I don't want to go over here because someone's gonna see me just casually stroll out of the tunnel. Because if they're
Maybe.
getting ready to someone to-
looking down to
if they're
the,
getting ready for someone to fly it, then like that means that like there's people there that are already like getting it ready. So they're gonna see me walk out of the tunnel with my hands.
it's
in my
actually
pocket.
it's actually a big blast door that's right there.
So I can't even get through the door anyway.
Maybe, I don't know. You see a console, like maybe you
Just
can get
knock.
creative.
I'm just gonna knock. Screw it. I'm knocking. I take up my sledgehammer and I go dong dong dong.
All right. You don't have any repercussions of that action yet.
Nope. Listen, I get lost.
Okay, Aurelia's had an open channel this entire time. Nyx, I don't think that you have any reason to hear this, but Abram, we're back with you, and you're just listening to this man knocking and throwing his body against walls. Is there anything that you think that you want to do or can do?
Do you want to give me some advice?
I was gonna say maybe I would know about possible maintenance tunnels and these types of things. I don't know how long these things are to where they might have. Well, out of character, I don't know how long these are if they have maintenance tunnels, but maybe Abram has some knowledge that can help the boy.
Maybe.
Does he?
Abram,
Does
you
he?
know that the reason it's a long ass tunnel is not because it's supposed to like build up speed. At least not this one. It's just to transport it along rails to the silo, where it will then launch like a rocket. So
Like a rocket? Okay.
like a rocket. So it's a long tunnel, but maybe only like a quarter of a kilometer, half a kilometer. It's not that far away. He could just run to the end, but he'd just be in a silo out in the cold. He could try to come
have a
in.
parka.
You
How do
might-
people get in here? Is the only entrance from the silo?
Well, the blast
Like-
door is the other.
Well, I
end.
mean, like normal people. I'm assuming the blast doors are like operated by some kind of thing.
Yeah, there's actually a console in there that Aurelio sees, but he doesn't know how to read.
Oh, well, can I read it for him with my brain knowledges?
You can try, but you've got a few people looking at you, and actually, Abram, I just wanted
Okay.
to say that, like, thank you for saving my life that other day.
Is he on open mic? Like, can I hear this conversation going on?
I'm okay with it being open mic, or whatever you guys decide, it has to stay that for the rest of the campaign.
Okay, well, he had it like near his mouth and like stuff, but he does kind of like put it down. I don't know how sensitive it is to where.
Okay, no, it's okay.
But he puts it in his pocket.
We'll rule this
So,
in favor of you guys.
Okay, I don't. Okay, it's muffled if Aurelia can hear it, or like broken
Oh,
up. So.
cool.
Okay. So she says that, and he kind of squints at first, and then his expression softens because he remembers what the fuck happened, and he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, you were about to die. I don't know why I wouldn't."
Well, I just thought it was very brave of you to come after me.
He kind of stares.
I'm sure it was like super dangerous, and you must have been so brave to come out. And did you want a pancake?
You asked me that already.
Do you
That's
And we
Wait.
fought an owlbear.
Oh, wow,
You could
really?
have died.
I could have. How are you okay?
Am I okay? I don't remember. Hold on. Oh no, no. Well, yes, but we sustained some injuries. Aurelio nearly died.
Oh wow, I should really be thanking him then. Abram, you see Tracy get up and start
I died.
walking.
Tracy gets up and does
Here.
what now?
She starts walking out the exit.
Oh,
Same
okay,
exit that
good.
Avery has gone.
I glance over to her, and
She
be calm.
smiles and gives you a quick wave.
Avery just turns back to Magnolia. Well, I appreciate your gratitude, but you don't need to worry about it. Anyone would have done the same.
Yeah, thanks. I feel like I should give you some kind of reward or something. Do you want? How long are you gonna stay in town? And actually, when are we going back?
Did she say when are we going back? Is
Yeah.
that what she said?
Mhm.
I don't know how long we're staying here. We have some things to look into and take care of. As far as when we are going back, I suppose someone can give you a lift back to your town when the blizzard clears.
Aurelio,
Oh god.
the lights start to
Yeah.
flash red.
Oh, they didn't hear my knock. Oh boy. I start shouting into the thing. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I just want to fly.
I hear this from my pocket and like kind of jolt, and he let's see.
I'm just running.
Magnolia like looks down at your pocket and it's
Is
just
that-
like, who are you talking
Is that a
to?
receiver in your pocket?
Is that a
Happy to see-
receiver in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? She twirls her hair.
Both. And he turns around and he goes to go out into the hallway.
Oh my god! And you just push past Tracy?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, where are you going?
I'm just running down the hallway with the receiver just screaming in my pocket.
Alright, what are you doing to the receiver?
I grab it out of my pocket now that I can talk. I'm
Alright.
Aurelia, where are you?
Okay.
I don't know. Close to death, probably.
Where are the receivers usually, DM? Are they near the blast doors or closer to the other side?
You know.
Or not the receiver, the thing.
Yeah, they're close to the blast door.
Okay, go back to the blast door.
Oh no.
Yes.
Nix, I'm really
You're not
sorry.
gonna make it to the end.
Nix, I really gotta go. Can we talk about this another time? And
Abram's flying down the hall.
Avery pushes past you.
Oh, damn, savage.
Okay.
You know who else pushes past? Me. I'm coming down the stairs.
Oh my god! Really? Abram, you run past and you go, hello, and then you just push past Nix as well, and then Avery, and you're sprinting, so you absolutely go faster.
Yes.
Okay.
Nix starts to tumble forward.
Oh my god.
Because
Avery.
she's behind Avery, so she tumbles forward from the shock.
Okay, you fall into Avery's arms, and he catches you.
This is what I wanted in my life.
And he says, are you okay? What the hell just happened with your friend? Asshole.
I don't
I'll come back up these fucking
and
stairs.
she kind of rights herself and is her face is bright red. Thanks. Sorry.
It's fine. Are you sure you're fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just keep going.
Abram, you're on a balcony and you look directly to your left and you see a tall structure, very humanoid shape, a lot more sleek, a lot more I guess athletically built than the drill mechs were. 2 hands, 2 legs. It's got 4 long protrusions that come out the back of it and extend backwards and at harsh angles, kind of like butterfly wings, just in the way they angle, but they don't have that kind of fullness to them.
It's beautiful.
It's painted mostly white, except for some blue stripes and blue on the shoulder pads. Everything's got mostly harsh angles, a little bit of beveling. A thin red line across its face marks a visor. You know that cameras are hidden behind it.
Does it know I love it?
I don't know. And then just beyond it, you see a big blast door, and through the bulletproof glass, you see a small man banging against it with his fist.
Help.
Well, wait a minute. So he's I see that from the balcony. I can't
you're in
get
a big
there.
room in the balcony. No, there's stairs that head down. Balcony stairs. I'll mark them, but they're very short.
You don't have to. I just wanted to make sure I could get down there. It might be easier for me to do it.
Okay.
Okay. Can I do that?
Sure.
Or is he ever gonna throw Nix at me to stop me?
I would have made Aurelio make checks and stuff like that, but I think that you can actually do this automatically. You run down the stairs and you run past the large behemoth thing. Avery is now coming down with Nix, but because Nix fell into his arms, she's actually bought you some time.
Thanks.
Alright, just when in doubt, fall.
Nix, you're on the left side. Avery is, that's the situation right there. Abram, you get over to the controls and you start tapping away at some buttons. You know this function. You've done it 100 times. You've seen it done. You've done it yourself. You've been in every seat in this room. You've worn every hat. Nix.
Mm-hmm.
You've got one more distraction, or else Avery is going to be seeing Abram dicking around on this thing that he definitely shouldn't be dicking around with.
What do I do?
The kiss? No, don't kiss me. That's too soon.
Way too soon.
Abram yells.
So you used to pilot an Iron Wing?
Yeah, actually, I used to pilot a few different ones, but now I pilot that one, and he goes to turn around to point out the...
She grabs his arm and she's like, I think I know what you're talking about. I mean, back on the station, we had schematics for different planes and weapons and things. And
oh, wow.
it was really interesting.
What station? Where did you say you grew up again? Sargasso. It's like a military station?
Kind of. I was mostly with my dad. He did, he was an engineer on one of the stations. It's kind of a long story.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind hearing it.
Well, you see, uh, does the station, Avo station mean anything to you?
You see a wild look of recognition in his eyes, and he goes, "Oh no, I'm sorry. Was he one of the people that was? I'm sorry. I don't want to pry. You don't want to talk about this.
No, it's fine. I'm getting over it. That was 10 years ago.
Abram, Aurelio, the blast door parts in the middle a little bit. If you don't want to make it go too far because then the noise would start to attract, but it just goes like psh, and then just opens a tiny bit, like a foot wide, maybe not even. And Aurelio, you barely squeeze out.
Okay, can I close it again?
Yeah, and then it closes again. It's a very quick thing. If you had
Okay.
opened it all the way,
Thank God.
very slow door. And now you guys are just standing relatively alone here, besides a large metal thing just hanging out, watching you guys from above, about 30 to 40 feet up. All around you is weapons. Large Gatling guns, massive machine guns, something that looks like a missile pod. Avery is talking with Nyx. Maybe after this test and I get some time off, we can talk about it if you want.
Over coffee?
Sure, I guess. No, coffee's not great here. I really gotta go. The bathroom is upstairs.
Coffee's not good.
Okay.
You'll find it, I'm sure.
It's a date. I mean, it's not like a date. I mean, like,
Okay.
Hi.
Avery has blushing
Blushing.
appearing on
Bye.
his cheeks, and he just kind of pushes you up the stairs.
she starts to go up the stairs.
Okay, and then Aurelio and Abram, you're watching this happen.
Cute.
What do
Are
you
you gonna get
do?
your girl back?
What?
I mean, nothing. Sorry,
Look,
but
We have to get out of here.
right.
I'm not even going to ask how you ended up down there. Let's go.
Fair enough.
Okay, you guys just no stealth, no secret plan. You're just gonna walk up the stairs and walk
Nope,
past
he
Avery.
saw me barrel down the
He
hall.
did
and
do
almost
that.
Killed them both.
Avery
Getting
Avery
down here.
looks at you and is giving you a really kind of stink eye for pushing Nyx. As he walks down the stairs, and then he looks at Aurelio, and you see him look very quizzical and confused, and you see him count his fingers, and he only counts to 2.
I give him a wave and I kind of smile at him. Then I also do the thing where it's my eyes are on you because I think
Oh.
he's trying to take Abram's girl. So
Oh my god,
better
what a fucking mess.
Roll intimidation.
Alright, I will.
Oh no!
I will.
Don't kill him!
I'm not killing him. I'm just letting him know what's up.
Don't make him piss himself, please.
What is this love pentagon going on?
16.
Oh my god.
Avery
You gotta stay away from my man's girl.
Avery Avery I don't wanna. He's not that kind of guy. He just derisively shakes his nose at you and walks back down the stairs.
He
Towards the
shakes
end.
his nose, just his nose.
Yeah.
Only his nose starts vibrating.
Only his nose. You know, he flips you off. He flips you off as you walk back.
I punch him.
Like,
No, I take Aurelio by the collar and drag him up the stairs.
all right, you guys are standing up at the top of the stairs that is marked staff.
Nyx is hyperventilating and
We are
trying to
staff.
calm herself down.
You guys are definitely not staff.
We can be staff.
You
We were
guys
the police
are
once.
definitely not that thing that you guys say you are.
Abram pats Nyx on the head and says, "Good job."
With what?
Thanks for not
You just-
killing me.
Yeah, you distracted Avery.
I-
He's confused. He's like, "None of that was on purpose."
What?
Oh. Well, regardless, you did it.
I need coffee now. She goes to the mess hall.
Thought
Okay.
you were getting coffee with Avery. He says, "Follow."
Later! And it's not a date. It's just
You said date. He says,
it's
approaching
a
that he's going to Magnolia. He's here to retrieve his pancakes.
All right. Magnolia is keenly awaiting you.
Oh my god, she's already waiting for the pancake.
She's just sitting at a table, and there's just a pancake where you're supposed to be sitting, apparently.
Is it a heart shape?
Oh my god.
No, just perfectly generic pancake.
Syrup is
Leo's just
Is there
looking at all
one for
these
me?
people and trying to split up this beautiful couple.
Is there one for Nyx too?
Did you eat yet?
I mean, I
She had a bowl of oatmeal, but she did say that she wanted a pancake.
Yeah, then there's one for you. It's just that it's on the other side
mine
of the
comes
table.
with a girl. Where is she? Oh, she's across from me. Okay.
She's sitting, hands folded, directly across from you with like a thing of tea in front of her. Her feet are all bandaged
Aw.
with white bandages. She's
Oh.
got slippers, but they're just like ISF issue. They're not very comfortable. They just look like generic
This
slippers.
is important. Are your feet okay?
They've been better, but yeah, they're healing. I'm not gonna
Can
lose
I ask
anything.
you something?
Sure.
Do you not remember jumping out of the window?
Oh, no, I don't remember any of that. I actually thought I fell asleep reading, and then you woke me up.
I have reason to believe you did fall asleep reading. What were you reading?
I was reading one of those books that you guys took out from the library. I just grabbed a copy for myself. I wanted to read a little bit about the local history. I kind of enjoy it. I had a class once, and I just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, what was the book about?
It's the same one that you guys had. It was just local traditions, the people of the hills, talking a little bit about the... well, I didn't really get that far, actually.
Abram stares until she remembers something important.
She looks
Intimidation.
more and more nervous and a little bit confused, and like she's just sweating. She's just like staring at you as she tries to remember what it was she was reading last night. Hold on. Something about the Towel Mountains. People used to live there.
Wait, DM, spell that.
Taol, she says, sweating at you.
God.
Oddly, Abram does not move to write anything. Okay. But, okay, finally he breaks eye contact to eat some pancake. And he says,
Okay.
mountain people? Question
Yeah.
mark? As if prompting her to continue.
Well,
Know anything about that?
a little. What I read was about I'm glad you're so interested in history, Abram. There was stories, great epics about heroes that would go and meet these people, and they were kind of like fae or demons, or they had an invisible kingdom in the hills and in the forests. And the mountain kind of lines up with some of the landmarks mentioned in the stories of like children of the native people going missing, or these heroes who made deals with demigods. Are you enjoying your pancake?
Aw.
It's like half gone. And he
Leo's
just-
standing there awkwardly. No pancake.
No pancake for the weasel. He nods, and he's still like, cutting it up with his fork and whatever. He is eating it. Don't worry.
Oh, good. She's got like a little like satisfied grin on, and like wide eyes,
She's drugged me.
and her hands are just like neatly folded in front of her
Drugged
chest.
me.
She's still wearing the blanket that you draped over her yesterday.
Oh. Smells like me, like the blood of the owlbear I slayed earlier that evening.
She slowly starts to take off the blanket.
I mean, I did remember that I probably looked like shit when she like woke up. But anyway, let's see.
You know, you're asking me all the same kind of questions that Victoria asked me a few weeks ago.
Who's Victoria?
Oh, she's one of the people who works here. She's that sergeant that you saw earlier with the white hair.
What does she do?
I don't know. I think she drives one of those big machines.
One of the Iron Wings? Or one of the drillers?
The drillers. The one that we got picked up in by that guy with the black hair. I don't really remember what he looks
Avery.
like. Yeah, I guess. Sure. I don't think I met him.
Mm.
I think I saw him earlier, though. But yeah, she came and asked me a little bit about stuff. She was interested in the same kind of history that you guys were interested in, too. I don't know why I'm the unofficial librarian. Huh.
Because you jumped out of your room at night barefoot and walked into a forest and stood in the front or in front of a mountain.
As you keep talking, she keeps shrinking in her seat.
Disappointed, Abram. But I suppose what matters is that you're okay, because I don't think you're involved with any of this.
Okay. Yeah, she looks more comfortable. Anything else?
Abram, Abram looks at her,
She leans forward.
Abram I think he's starting to catch on as uninvolved with this type of thing as he is. He's like, oh, no, you've done enough. I think we should worry about getting you back home. I'm sure your father is worried. You should have seen him, heard him, the night you disappeared.
Yeah? What do you say?
He was screaming a lot. He woke... Did I wake up? I think he woke me up. I don't remember.
Yeah, he woke us up.
He woke us
Aurelia
up
does.
screaming.
Trying to
Really, he's just like right next to Abram while all this is happening. Yeah, he woke us up screaming, running through the town. He really cares about you, you know. Didn't you say you wanted to leave this planet?
Yeah, I did.
I give her the rest of my pancake, just because I'm done, and I stand up.
Oh. Okay.
Leo immediately grabs it and shows it his squirrel.
Slap his hand. That's not for you.
She looks dumbstruck. She looks like I need to stay out of this. This
Look
alpha
at
omega
Magnolia
squirrel.
fiercely. Eat.
Okay.
I'm starving.
You need to recover your strength.
I understand.
I understand.
Nyx is still just pouring her coffee. It's fine.
She's just been pouring it the whole time. It's overflowing. We're dying.
No, she was just pouring 3 cups. Well, 2 cups and a cup of decaf. Decafs for Aurelio.
Yeah, that's probably the best, yeah.
True. Well, I leave Magnolia for now. And I just fill Nyx in on and I don't know if Aurelio actually heard. I'm assuming he heard. Did you hear their conversation?
I have no reason to believe that you guys wouldn't have heard that conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, well then never mind. Okay, so they know Victoria? That was her name, right?
Yes.
Okay, she is suspiciously interested in things we are, just so we all know. That's weird.
That's weird.
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, she does. I guess we could use Avery to get us to the east side of the mountain.
We do
Oh,
need
what?
salsa.
Excuse
Well,
me?
nothing. Well, I guess I could do it too, but I'm probably not allowed to drive one of those things.
She hands Abram a cup of coffee.
Finally. I
Alright.
drink.
Alright, I think it's time to stop for tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got some 2 hours in.
we did.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm in so
Alright.
much pain.
Excellent. I'm glad. There is no D&D game unless there is pain.
There
And
was
love.
God.
So much love is in the air. Aurelio's like, I wonder what love feels like.